Still baffles me that these things could reject your mortgage application. And mind you, all of these things are actually out of your control. So it is essentially pot luck. But let's dive into it. So at number 1, we have geographical location. So where that property is actually located. And that's simply because if the lender already has a lot of lending in any one postcode, it actually increases their risk, and therefore they're not going to lend on any further properties in that particular area. And whilst this is quite rare, it does happen. At number 2, we have property type. Now this is more so relevant to your flats because lenders aren't so keen on lending on flats. So different lenders will actually have different percentages that they will allow for flats when it comes to the overall lending book. So when the lending on flats goes above that figure, they will automatically reject any further applications for a flat purchase. So if your application has been rejected and you haven't really got a reason as to why, and you're buying a flat, this could be the reason. And thirdly, we have application types such as first-time buyers, remortgages, home movers, etc. And just like the last one, it's all down to exposure. So once again, if the lender has too much of the lending book, lending their money out to first-time buyers, they need to balance that out with lending more to the likes of remortgages or home movers. So essentially, if you're unlucky enough to be a first-time buyer when they've already lent too much to first-time buyers, your application could get rejected. The problem we often find is that lenders will just quote credit scoring as the reason without actually going further into it as to what actually declined the application. And that's simply because their credit scoring is based on various algorithms, which include all of these things that I've just mentioned to you. So having spoken to people higher up, this is how I know what could potentially reject an application. So if you found that useful and you want to know more, make sure you hit like and follow for more.